there's anything that's like difficult to spell in it.
Yeah, T-A-R-I-Q, Tariq.
Obviously, I'm glad. Okay, so, all right, you ready? Okay, so what's your full name?
Tariq Robinson,
Okay, how do you spell Tariq?
T-A-R-I-Q.
And then your last name?
Robinson, R-O-B-I-N-S-O-N.
Okay, Tariq, who was Ebony?
Ebony is my stepdaughter. I've been with the family for 15 years now, and you know, she was a great daughter, very, very beautiful, nice and kind to everyone, and just sad day.
Okay, and did she have children? What was her family situation?
Yes, so she has 8-year-old twins, 2 boys, and she has an 18-month 1-year-old who happened to be in the car during the chase, but he's okay. I went to go pick him up from the county that he was in, so I got him and retrieved him last night.
So he was in the car during the chase?
Correct. Yeah.
Strapped in the car seat and everything secure
Yeah.
at least?
Yeah, and but he came out okay. No scratches, no nothing. He's happy and eating breakfast. And
Thank
so,
God for that.
yeah.
Okay, so the 8-year-olds, are they in the 3rd grade?
8-year-olds are in the 3rd or something like that of that nature. I can't,
They were at school?
Yeah, they were at school at that time. I was called later on that afternoon, around 3-ish, to come pick up the boys, and then that's when we were told what happened.
Okay, what did they even tell you?
Just there was a situation that Ebony was in, and that was pretty much it. The officers that we were speaking to were just school officers that were there to console us for that moment. So a lot of information hadn't been put out just yet. And from my understanding, there's an investigation going on, and so we're kind of just sitting and waiting.
Now, had you seen the news earlier about what?
I'm sorry. There must be something in your pocket. Is there like a key in your other pocket?
Is it Is it going against the mic?
No, your pants pocket.
Your pants pocket. Is there anything down there?
Yeah.
Your key fob?
No, my ear
Oh,
pod.
that's what it is. Okay.
Okay.
It's interfering too. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Go over here.
That's fine.
Thank you.
Okay, not a problem.
There we go. Yeah.
So, Tariq, had you seen any of the coverage of what was happening at Palmetto?
Actually, no. A friend of mine, he did shoot me something yesterday, but I was in motion driving, so I really hadn't. I watched it last night, but it was kind of just really nothing. It was just a shooting, and it sounded like a domestic. So that's the only clip that I've seen. So I hadn't really watched the news, and trying to keep everyone away from the TV at this moment.
So, but you saw something. I guess at that point, had you known what happened to Ebony?
Yes,
So
I
you
mean,
knew that
yeah, I knew. Yeah, we knew we knew before I watched that clip. But yeah, at this point, we're not really watching the news.
I don't blame you. So do you have any idea what was happening, like why she was at Palmetto?
I believe she, at the particular time in between jobs, she does Uber Eats or whatever. So we assume that that's the reason why she was at the school delivering some food or whatever. But that's all we have.
And was she in the car with the suspect, or was she?
I don't know. I couldn't give you any
I was
information
trying to
on
figure
that.
out why her 18-month-old was in the vehicle.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10, they were all together, riding together. And when the incident happened, the guy jumped in the car and took off with the baby in the car.
And so was that someone she had a relationship with?
Yes.
Did you know him?
Not know him, but we met him. I didn't have any good communication with him.
Okay, so this, was just a surprise to y'all?
Yes, of course, it's a great surprise.
So stuff was out all through the day. People were they heard a shooting in a school, and then things were coming together, and then you found out around, you said 3 o'clock, when you had to go pick up the 8-year-olds, that something had happened to her.
Correct.
How is her mom doing?
She's not doing too good. So, you know, we have family here, and just trying to, you know, consult her, and the kids are helping, and so everything, you know, is going the way it should.
How are they doing, the twins?
They're fine. They're doing good. And so, like I said, right now we're just having a moment, and we're just trying to, you know, let the day pass and just continue on.
What can people do to help support her family?
Well, we're putting out a GoFundMe to help out with Ebony laying her to rest, and for the most part, I mean, we're doing good. Prayers, just that's all we need, and that's pretty much it.
Hey, what do you want people to remember about her?
She was, you know, I mean, those that know her, they already know. She was a loving daughter, beautiful, always. So that's it.
And she was also a mother.
Yes.
Can you talk about how she was as a mother?
I mean, she was a great mother. She loved the boys, and so I mean, she did everything and that she could for them. So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I can imagine, like, right now everything is kind of still like at that beginning, like, kind of shock period. Have you decided yet, though, when you might lay her to rest?
No, so we're working on that now. So at this particular time, we do not have a date set, but you know, again, this just happened yesterday, and so we're moving forward to make those arrangements.
And the car that the chase happened in, is that her car or his?
Yes, it was
It's her
hers.
car.
Yes.
Okay, what you said that, can you talk about, like, where she went to school, kind of what's her progression in life?
Yeah, well, her high school, she started off at South Gwinnett High School, and then she ended up, there was a split during that time, because she's 34 years old. And then she ended up graduating from Shiloh High School. So, but yeah, we're Gwinnett, Snellville.
And what were her goals? Like, what did she want to do with this life?
You know, be happy, you know, of course, you know, become rich. So those are the main two goals, but mainly to be happy and, you know, do good in life. That was her heart.
All right. Her mom, I mean, I can imagine she was close to her mom. Does she have any siblings?
Yes, she does. She has a 16-year-old sister. So she's doing pretty good at this moment. So like I said, the family, we're pretty tight, and so we're strong. And like I said, we're just kind of sticking together at this moment, and doing what we can.
Alrighty, and you said that, you know, you can't share anything about the case or anything, but y'all are in touch with investigators?
Yes.
I imagine there's a want for justice at this point.
Yeah, I mean, from my understanding, he's in custody, so you know, we'll go through that. He has several charges, but at this particular time, I can't tell you, you know, that much, because I don't know that much, and we're just still on hold. So, like they said, it's an ongoing investigation, and we'll find out, you know, what happens tomorrow, next day, you know. So I'll be on it almost every day.
But Tarika, sounds like right now your focus is on her mother, on her two boys. The 18-month-old, is that a boy or a girl?
Boy.
So she has 3 sons.
Right.
So just focusing on supporting them?
Yes, just staying strong for the family.
Right, people can, of course, help support and help lay her to rest with a GoFundMe. You said, of course, you'd appreciate prayers as well.
That is correct. That's it.
Because, like, right now, I imagine a lot of people will be contacting you and reaching out, but then as time goes on, sometimes that diminishes. So I guess just to keep y'all in.
Yeah, just keep us in prayer. You know, at the end of the day, the world is still spinning. So we all have work to do, and you know, and just, you know, we have to stay positive and just keep going strong.
Right. Does she have any hobbies, any likes, favorite music, anything that you could share, just so we can have an insight?
She likes to draw. She's a little artist there, so she would draw. She had a small little business of doing printing T-shirts, and so, but again, a very peaceful girl, nothing, you know, extravagant. You know, she just a beautiful flower.
So she drew, she had that business, she worked for Uber Eats. It sounds like she kind of had her hands in a few different things.
Yes.
And then she was a mom, so that's,
Right.
I imagine, her main job.
Correct.
All right, anything else that you'd like to share about Ebony?
No, that's about it.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I have one question, Tracy. What would you tell other women about domestic violence, those warning signs?
When it comes to women who are in search of a mate, they may choose someone by looks, money, or whatever. But I do ask women to find out what type of goals does this person have in life? What does he value? Does he value you as a woman, as a person? Does he value himself? And so I think the situation here is she had a blind side to the person that she was dealing with. And he was, it ended up being the wrong person, of course. But hopefully it's a lesson for other women as they are choosing their mate to be mindful to what is this guy about? Not just about what is he driving, or what is his life about? What does he want to do in life?
Did you see any red flags?
I just knew he wasn't trying to go anywhere in life. He was more or less looking for someone to save him, and instead of saving himself. And so again, Ebony had a great heart, and probably wanted companionship at that time, and so therefore he just happened to be the person that stepped into her life, and here we are.
Thank you. Good question, Jason. All right, thanks, Tariq. You want to get any shots? Or